Hello Bass Camo friends, how are we doing today? I want to take a few moments to talk to you today about going fishing by yourself and being able to capture that once in a lifetime picture of a great fish, or maybe even something else. Being by yourself taking pictures can be quite challenging. So by no means is what I'm going to show you here today the end all be all, absolute cheapest or expensive. It's just things that I've used over the last few years that work. And I wanted to share them with you, and maybe you'll pick up something, and it could really help our fisheries with catch and release, sharing this kind of information, because there are anglers that catch what they think is that fish of a lifetime, and they don't have anyone with them to take that picture, to capture it, and they might take that fish home to show it off, which is okay. But after they show it off, they realize how expensive it could be to mount it and everything, and sometimes that fish gets wasted. So these things can really help with capturing that moment, getting good, creative sometimes pictures of that great catch. So let's get right into it. Let's see what we can show you here today. So first of all, I want to show you this extendable monopod from Walmart. It extends from, looks like maybe a foot and a half, maybe 2 feet here, to up to I think close to 6 feet, with these three little real quick release and adjustments here. It's got 3 of them, so three different positions of height. You can put on the end of this all different kinds of mounts, and it's quite handy, and I'm going to show you some handy ways to use this thing out there fishing on the banks, in the boat, in the kayak. So let's get right into that. You can pick this up at Walmart, and I believe, let's see, Walmart has this monopod for $13.99, and we will have links in the description after we're done, so you can check this out. So again, fully extendable, 3 different positions up to like around 6 feet. I put all different kinds of camera mounts on the end of this, depending on what you're using or what you want to use that day. But I want to really show you particularly this one I have on here. This is a 360 degree action camera mount with the 1/4 inch screw adapter, so you can put all your different action cameras in this, and tighten them in. And as you know, there are also mounts that you can change out on these to a 1/4 20 and use some other camera system that you might have. So what I want to tell you about this is 360. So depending on how you use this and where you put it, it might not be pointing right where you want it to be. That's where you 360 mount. Very nice. This particular mount is put out by Fantaseal. You can find it on Amazon. I will have links in the description below for this piece as well. I believe, let's see, Amazon $14.99 for that fully adjustable 360 degree camera mount for your action cameras. You can change out the adapter up here for any other kind of still camera or anything like that. So I want to tell you, this monopod with this 360 adapter, very versatile out there when you're by yourself trying to capture those pictures. Now you might think, oh, what if I'm on a bank, fishing on a bank, and how's this going to stand up, or no tripod or nothing with this? I want to show you what I do. Very cheap. Now you're going to see a lot of stuff here today that I kind of go as budget friendly as I can. So you can spend more money, but you're going to see pretty much budget friendly stuff here today. This here is a fiberglass tomato stick in your hardware store. They come a lot longer than this. I cut it about 2 feet, and I take this along with me if I think I'm going to be bank fishing for the day with my backpack. Very easy to handle like that. And I'll stick this right down into the sand so that maybe a foot or 6-8 inches is sticking up, and you can slide your monopod right on top of that stick, and it'll stand up on the shore with the stick in the ground, and the monopod slides right down on top of it, and then you still got your fully adjustable 360-degree Fantaseal camera mount. So this pretty much takes care of bank fishing. Really easy to move it around, up close to the water, behind you, to the side. Really slick. So that's what I like about this monopod system with the 360 Fantaseal adjustable action camera mount or still camera mount. Okay, that's that. Now, I'm going to really talk about something important I use out on the ice, because you can't really push that into the ice, and this is kind of big for me. So what I've learned to get is this little tripod here. Quick, flip the legs out, fully adjustable up here, angles. You can change out the different mounts to still cameras, action cameras, anything you want here. And I'm going to tell you something. I keep this little tripod, looks like I think it's 17-18 inches, in a little backpack with my pliers, some terminal gear, and my shiner bucket. I go from flag to flag with those items on me and catch a good fish right there on the spot. Boom, you got everything you need right there in that backpack to flip this out quickly, take a picture, capture video, let your fish go in a good timely fashion, and your fish doesn't suffer the consequences and survives for another fisherman someday. So this is a Sunpack 4200 XL. You can pick this up at Best Buy, $21. So it by no means is it the best available out there, but I get probably 2 or 3 seasons out of this, and it is extendable. You can different heights too, so pretty handy. Okay, now I want to show you something else that's really versatile, compact, and it allows you to connect to a lot of different things that may be around you depending on what pictures you want to capture. This is something that I kind of came up with on the cheap, on the budget. So right here you have, let's see what they really call this, a 2-inch steel spring clamp. Okay, your home improvement stores, Home Depot, Lowe's, under $6 for this steel spring clamp. Now if you'll see there, that opening right there handles quite a bit, whether it's branches, anywhere on your boat, kayak, backpack on the shoreline. If you don't want to go with the tomato stick and the monopod system, this is quite handy. What I did is I took a piece of 1/2-inch PVC, and I think this piece is about 10 inches long, and I put a 1/4-20 bolt with a nylon nut through it, stainless steel. You'll get more years out of it, and secure it right there on the steel spring clamp through one of the handles, and it still allows you to grab on all kinds of things. So 10-inch piece of PVC. I put some hockey tape down the end here to bulk up the end for the different camera mounts that you can put on the end. You're going to see again right here. There's my Fantaseal 360 adjustable for your action cameras or your still cameras. So I want you to imagine right here the different things that you can clip this on in different angles, and then add in the 360-degree mount. This gives you a number of different angles to capture video, still pictures, things like that, to keep your channel fresh, keep your video, keep your pictures looking good. Again, you don't have anyone with you, you're by yourself. I'm going to touch on this by yourself fishing thing now. If you're anything like me and you've invited friends to go fishing, or employees at work or something like that, and you're waiting around to go, you're excited to go, and you get a last minute call or whatever, they're not coming, it's kind of a bummer, and you want to go anyway, so you go. I learned over the years, I'll invite people to go, but I go at that time no matter what, if they're not going to show up, and they'll show up at the lake, or they might not show up. But I have these systems in place to still capture those memorable moments. So this one right here is quite handy. Might be something you want to put together someday. And again, the Fantaseal 360 adjustable mount. Links are going to be in the description for you. I think this steel spring clamp under $6, a piece of PVC, and then you're talking 14-15 bucks for the mount. Quite handy right there. Now, I'm going to show you something that I used to use for many years on the budget. If you can't afford those action cameras that are out there nowadays and stuff, I'm going to tell you, the digital cameras with an SD card in them are quite handy because they got a self-timer on them. Great quality megapixels. The self-timer is very easy to operate, and usually a lot of them have 3 different timer lengths. Set it, go back, grab your fish, look up at the camera, and even test the length of the picture sometimes before you even start fishing. Put the camera in place, take a picture of like holding a fake fish, I call it. Hold a fake fish, and then look at the picture and see if you should be closer or further away so your head's not chopped off or anything like that. So again, these digital cameras, quite cheap out there nowadays because of all the action cameras and different expensive, and cell phones and things like that. So these are quite economical nowadays and still take a great picture. Okay, so let's talk about another vital piece that I have with me just about all the time. This is an Anker 10,000 fast charging battery pack. I'm going to tell you something. You get 3.5 different phones, different devices, but you're going to get around 3.5 full charges. Talking about a cell phone, let's say, to give you an idea. When this is at full charge, you're going to get 3.5 charges out of this. I think it's even more than that because I use this unbelievably. This is on my kayak, goes fishing with me everywhere, whether it's cell phone dying, whether it's your action camera. We all know that these action cameras don't have the best battery life. So I have a little longer cord with me, and I'll throw this in a baggie or something like that, or wrap it up in something. And with this long cord, you can put it either in a backpack behind your seat on your kayak, or backpack shore fishing, and throw this down inside it and run it to your camera, and you're still taping. So you're not missing that memorable moment. A key piece of equipment out there. Anker 10,000, I believe, let's see, just under $32, and you can find this at Amazon. I will have the links to everything we're talking about today in the description below. And feel free, comment, ask any questions about this stuff, and I'd be more than happy to help you out. Again, it's all about that capturing that moment, and what I like to see is that catch and release, so another fisherman can experience that happy moment, that thrill of catching that fish another time. Catch and release does work. And don't forget your chest and your head mounts. These are economical also, and you don't have to go with the name brands out there. This is an XIT chest mount. You can get the XIT chest mount and head mount for, let's see, $10.99 at Walmart. I will have the links below on that also. Very handy, fully adjustable, handle all your action cameras, and you can change out stuff here to pretty much mount any kind of camera you have out there. Very handy. So again, like I said, don't feel like you're strapped into someone has to go fishing with you. You really want to go, but you're waiting for someone to come with you to either take those pictures for you. You don't want to miss something with the camera while you're fishing. You can do this by yourself at a pretty good low budget. That's about it, folks. I just wanted to share this stuff with you. Hope you might pick up something out there. Any questions, comments, please throw them below. We will have the links to all the different pieces we talked about today. And I really appreciate the support and all the new subscribers out there. Thank you very much. And we look forward to seeing you out on the water. Peace.